team of some very bad people who I think can do some good.
You know, a wise tryhard once said, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill this. I'm just gonna review it really, really critically." And that's what I'm gonna be. That's what I'm gonna do here today. So is this maybe a colossal train wreck like Batman v Superman was, or is it? God damn it! Is it the kickstart that the DCEU needed after the best scene of all time? Why did you say that name? Superman replies. Lois comes in. It's his mother's name. Batman replies, "Oh, okay." Is it better than that? I'm so split on whether or not it's better, because in some ways it's worse, and in some ways it is better, because it had, at least, I have to say, at least Batman v Superman tried, okay? This movie does not seem to try, but they did try a little bit, like a tiny bit, with like some of the characters' backstories, but then with other characters, they just shove them into the characters that are actually interesting. They shove them into the back corner. We get Will Smith as Deadshot, who I adore, by the way. Will Smith is awesome in this movie. Like, I'm straight, damn, he's good in this movie. And we focus on Harley Quinn and Deadshot. Like, Deadshot's fine, but then Harley Quinn, I understand that she's like psychotic, but she gets annoying. She really does, and I think that's due to the fact that they did nothing to like make us feel for her character or anything, except for like what? They did like a 20-second flashback. You're not involved, Brody. Get the hell out of here. This is my review. It's my opinion. Get the frick out. They did like a 20-second flashback of her and the Joker, and apparently they love each other. But why? They never explain it. It's stupid. Oh god, this is really working out my allergies. Just kidding. I don't have any allergies. Anyway, where was I? All right, talking about Harley Quinn and Deadshot. Deadshot is handled better. He gets like a short flashback with his daughter. And then, so we do feel for his character a little bit, and then Batman comes in. Ben Affleck was really good in this movie, by the way. He's like, I don't want to do this in front of your daughter, Floyd. And then he wants to shoot Batman, but his daughter's like, no, Dad, you kill enough people. Don't kill Batman, please. And then he lets Batman take him in. That was awesome. God. But then Harley Quinn, I was really excited to see her backstory. Well, I already know it, but I was excited to see it put to film. But then it's done in such a jarring way. Like, I don't understand. It's glossed over. We see like 20 seconds. Amanda Waller's like explaining every member of the Suicide Squad, except Slipknot, who gets killed in the first 10 minutes. I'm sorry, that's a spoiler, but not really, because we all know he was going to die. As soon as Captain Boomerang mentioned, "Oh, I bet these bombs are fake, eh? You go up there, eh? Yeah, escape." You see, they're trying to play mind. He's dead. His face gets exploded, but whatever. Where was I? Yeah, she's explaining all the members of the Suicide Squad, and like that, she just says that she falls in love with the Joker for some reason, and it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And God damn this movie. Jared Leto, hang on, I'll get to him later. Well. Okay, well, hey, let me talk about the pros of this movie. Goddamn, I'm still pretty sick, by the way. Let me talk about some of the pros about this movie. The characters, they're mostly good, except Slipknot and Harley Quinn. She can get annoying, but everyone else was fun. No, Katana didn't have any purpose. Never mind, she didn't have any purpose. Rick Flag, no purpose, just so I can like capture the flag whenever he gets taken. I guess that was the joke, but then. Most of the characters, oh no, Killer Croc, he had no use. But most of the characters get sidelined for Harley Quinn and Deadshot, which is fine. I guess they're the most interesting ones, but yeah, whatever. The best part of this movie is how like they play off each other, I guess, and the team dynamic is like the best part of this movie, and like they try to inject more humor than what Batman v Superman did. And you know what they tried to do, like, hey, is she with you? I thought she was with you. No, that's not funny, because of course she's with Batman, because she sent him, he sent her like friggin' emails with superhero things attached, which was a stupid way to introduce Justice League. I've already got my thoughts about those two out of the way. God, DC movies, why? You play with my emotions, but yeah, I suppose that's the best part of this movie. The soundtrack again is really great. I mean, you get like Ball and Blitz, you get Bohemian Rhapsody, you get, oh, what's that song? Purple Lamborghini. Forgive me for my wrongs, I have just begun. Wah, 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 wah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you get You Don't Own Me. I forgot what that song is called, but who cares? The soundtrack's pretty good. I can't think of any other good things. I don't want to mention the Joker just yet. He's a good and a bad thing, because... Okay, fine, I'll talk about the Joker there. He's the most sideline character in this movie. He doesn't get to do a damn thing. If you watch the trailer and you think, oh cool, Joker's gonna be the villain of the Suicide Squad, this is gonna be so awesome. No! Don't think that, because that's completely wrong. Instead, we get this freaking hula bitch who belly dances when she does magic, Enchantress. She's garbage! DC, stop! Please! Please stop. Please. Stop with the crappy villains. Joker would have been such a much better choice than Enchantress. They cut so many of Jared Leto's scenes out. And Jared Leto's pissed, and I can understand that, because he said they could make an entire movie just with Jared Leto's deleted scenes. And that's what really makes me angry, because he was so interesting, I wanted to know more, and they didn't really have the chance to. Because, you know, Jared Leto tried so hard to, like, get into the role of Joker. He sent dead rats to all his cast members and everything. I just think it was for naught. There was no point for Jared Leto to be in this movie, except to, like, text Harley and tell her that, oh, I'm coming to get you, and then she goes on the helicopter, just for it to crash, and then, oh, okay, I'm getting into spoilers. Hang on, let me... I always do this. I always get so worked up. I get spoilers before it's time. But let's talk about more cons. I've already named all the pros. Let's get to the cons. Freaking Enchantress. She's terrible. I think I already mentioned that. The editing is so choppy. Like, there's so many scenes on the cutting room floor. You can make a whole friggin' dish out of it. You can make 500 dishes. Okay? To feed a whole country. Send it to Africa. You feed so many people. It's crazy. With how many people you can feed with the pieces left on the cutting room floor in this movie. The editing is so weird. And Jared Leto, he feels so out of place. I've already mentioned that. Get out, lady! Stop distracting me from my job. God damn. But it's just, you know, I might have to change my outro song because of this movie. Heathens is no longer... Heathens, we had a good one, but I think it's time to go. Yeah, I think I might have to change my outro song because of this movie. It doesn't utilize it good enough. It uses it in the end credits, and that and that's it. And it's just this movie. It doesn't feel like someone made it. It feels like a corporate thing to get money, because there were good parts of this movie, but mostly I'm gonna have to go negative because it's so bizarre. I can't explain why I don't like this movie. I don't want DC to fail, but it seems like they can't make good movies because style is always over story, because this movie has the most generic plot. How about you call the Ninja Turtles or call the Avengers when a big swirling thing in the sky help you out there? You know, it's been done so many times. Why don't you do something interesting with Jared Leto? It makes no sense. Damn you, David Ayer. You know, I don't know if it was him or like studio interference, but whoever it is, go screw yourself, okay? You don't deserve to live. I wanted to love this movie, I really did. But the trailers, the marketing was fantastic. The only one to precede it was Deadpool, and you know that movie turned out great. So why couldn't this one? Why couldn't this one turn out great? I'm having like a mental breakdown on camera. But the love between Joker and Harley, it's not explored. It doesn't make any sense. No one explains it. They just kind of love each other. And then when she falls into the chemical vat, and then he's like, he's gonna walk away. They're like, leave her, and then he's like, oh god, I have feelings for her, and then he jumps in after her, and then she starts making out with her. And then he does this stupid oily laugh, like when you oil a freaking machine. It's you know, actually the laugh is probably, it's actually growing on me. So I can't really call that con, but like, what, everything else, God, Batman, Batman, God damn it. Batman shows up when like they're driving the purple Lamborghini. He's like, oh my god, we've got company. And then Harley Quinn's like, oh, you're running date night, Batman. And then she goes underwater, cause like he drives the car over water, and then Harley's like, I can't swim. And then Harley tries to attack Batman, but he knocks her out underwater, and then he pulls her up, and then tries to make out with her. Well, no, actually, he's giving her CPR, but then my friend next to me was like, what? And I was like, he's giving her CPR, you freak. And he's like, oh, okay. But then she started kissing him, and then he pushed her away, and it's weird. This movie, it's weird. Some of the jokes, they just fall flat. They're not funny. They just fall flat. See, why Marvel works, and because they have funny characters to work with. Batman isn't a funny person. The Joker, he is funny, but like in the ways like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be laughing at that. And Harley, she has like maybe 45 of funny lines. Like, I swear to God, there's this one, I don't know if I'm hallucinating because it might be really bad, but there's like, for this app they have like Detonator, also Suicide Squad. Amanda Waller explains it or something, and then Harley says, that's a killer app. I literally wanted to kill myself. Damn, guys, I really wanted to love this movie. I really did. I could not get past, like, the cons with it, because the cons outweigh the good. And some people are loving this movie. Like, I don't understand. It was like... It was... Okay, I'm gonna save that for my school, but, like, it's not a good movie. I wouldn't say it's a good movie. I don't know if this is better than Batman v Superman, just the same or worse. I really... The Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman. Hopefully there's a director's cut of this movie, so I can see, like, what got cut, and why it feels so friggin' choppy, and then I will know for sure if this is a good movie. But for now, I'm gonna have to... I will definitely be watching the movie again, but right now, I'm gonna go into spoilers, okay? I'm gonna really get into depth what I didn't like about this movie and what I found absolutely stupid. Okay, let's get into it. First, I'm gonna explain like what I saw. I think this is like a gigantic Easter egg. I actually did not see this, but my friend Tube did, apparently. He said when they were bringing up like Harley Quinn's bio and stuff, it said that she killed Robin. So I guess that's a thing. I don't necessarily agree with that, but if that's in there, and my friend Tupe just wasn't on some serious crack that day, maybe it's true. I don't know, but let's get into some real spoilers. I've already explained what I don't like the Joker Harley thing, because they didn't go into depth at all. Like, it's just. It doesn't make sense to me, because they kill one guy and it makes it seem like Jared Leto is like really protective of Harley, because like she I forgot the guy's name, but he's like talking to a black guy. I'm sorry if that's racist, but it's really not. He says, do you want her? And then he's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind. And then he's like, okay, well you can't, and he shoots him. And I don't know the point in that scene. I still don't. The more nothing in this movie had a point. Everything was just hodgepodge together. The reason Marvel works is because you have things to build up, and they built it up before shoving everyone's first appearance into one movie. You don't do that, okay? DC I've said this so many times. DC's playing catch up with Marvel because they because they can't make a good Batman v Superman movie when Marvel can make a movie about a freaking raccoon and make it work, and they can't make Batman and Superman work. How? What kind of world do we live in? I don't understand. God. But anyway, yeah, Enchantress is getting stabbed in the heart because Amanda Waller has it like with her or something, and then like she calls upon her brother and then transforms him into like a giant monster CGI thing, and now they want to rule the world because the humans betrayed them or something. So yeah, it's just another generic plot, I guess. I mean, no one cares. Get the Ninja Turtles or the Avengers to help you out because it's the exact same thing as every other freaking superhero comic book movie these days. But when they're like doing their mission, they go into this really like abandoned city, and it's boring. They go around like killing these possessed beings, which like they are human, but they don't count as human because they've got weird disfigured faces. They are human because like Enchantress makes out with them, and then they become like monsters, and then they just kill them. And it's PG-13 because there's no blood, you know. So okay, well, whatever. When they're doing the mission, Joker comes to get Harley in like the giant helicopter, and then Harley, she jumps onto the rope, and then Amanda Waller asks Deadshot to kill her, but then he like misses for some reason. He's like, oh, I missed. I guess he didn't want to kill her, and like, oh my god, that. I guess he felt bad for Harley because they had like really close explaining each other's like backstory. I don't know, but then the stupidest thing happens. The helicopter goes down. Okay, Harley gets like pulled out of the helicopter, I guess, and then Joker is in the helicopter. The helicopter explodes, completely engulfed in flames. We don't see it, but the Joker's like mad. He's like, "No, Harley!" And then like the whole thing explodes, and then he doesn't show up. Does not show up. Does not have any sign of being alive. But I'll get to that later. But that apparently El Diablo's family was murdered by himself because he couldn't control his powers or something, and then they all feel bad for it, and then Harley's like, "I'm own that," and then Amanda Waller gets taken when the helicopter goes down, and then so they have to save Amanda, and I guess they all go to the party, just settle down, and they all talk, and then Rick Flags, you know what? Mission's over, and then Captain Boomerang, he runs out there so fast, and then he comes back for some reason. He comes back at the team after 2 minutes just leaving. It's not. He doesn't. I guess that's what boomerangs do. They go and then come back. Is that supposed to be funny? I didn't get it. No joke there. Speaking of Captain Boomerang, I forgot to mention the Flash cameo when Captain Boomerang is getting introduced. That's the best part of this movie. Is that Flash cameo? When he shows up and then takes down Captain Boomerang, that was awesome. But then I guess when they're like losing the fight with Enchantress, El Diablo, he like turns into this giant fire like god or something, and then he takes down Enchantress, but then he dies in the process, and I didn't feel anything because his death was just glossed over, and no one cared. I guess. I mean, that's just no one cared. I didn't care. El Diablo was like they forced his backstory in like 3 minutes of the film, and then they expect us to be like, oh my god, he was like a pacifist as well. He was like, he didn't want to fight, which I guess is kind of sad. But then like his death's just glossed over so quickly, and then they stop Enchantress. They close the ring in the sky, I guess, and then they stop her, and then she is like killed. But then Rick Flag's like, bring me back June Moon. Oh yeah, Rick Flag and June Moon, who's like Enchantress but human, they have a relationship. And then Rick Flag's like, I'll kill you. But then Enchantress is like, you don't have the balls. That's funny because she said balls. It's really not though. So then Rick Flag kills her, and then she comes out of like the Enchantress, like she's come through the womb. She rips off her skin and says like, "Oh my god, I'm alive!" And then Rick Flag and her live happy. God damn it! They live happily ever after. And then I guess all the people are locked back in prison, and people come in to blow up the wall to like get Harley Quinn, and then Joker shows up out of nowhere. He's just like, oh, he didn't die in the helicopter crash. He's like, okay, let's go. Nothing explains anything. He's not dead. He came back. And me and my friend, we were laughing so hard because of how stupid it was. There's God damn, no explanation whatsoever. Apparently there was another scene which explained why he didn't die, but that was cut to, because, I don't know, reasons, I don't know, man, this movie, whatever, man. Final verdict, yay! Let's do it. I think I'm gonna be rating movies out of 5 now, because I just think it's more concise, and, like, more, I have trouble rating them out of 10, because it feels like some of them are kind of like the same, so I'm gonna like rating them out of 5 now. So the Suicide Squad, the pros were it had the team was good, you know, the interactions between them were good, and the soundtrack was good. Some of the jokes landed flat, but some of them worked. The cons, definitely the lack of Jared Leto, Enchantress, the editing, just basically everything I've listed, you know. If you watch a review, then you would know what I feel about this movie. But right now, I have to say, it's... I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. Out of 5. Well, that's my review of Suicide Squad. It wasn't quite as good as I wanted it to be, but it wasn't terrible. But a lot of things didn't make sense. A lot of things felt choppy. I feel like it could have been a lot better at building up the DCEU. It did a better job of building up the DCEU than Batman v Superman did. But honestly, I don't know if this is better or worse than Batman v Superman. But that's for you to decide. Have you seen this movie? What did you think about it? Prove me wrong in the comments, please. Let this movie be good, please. Oh please, oh please. Well, that's my review of Suicide Squad.
To the room of people who have rooms of people that they love one day docked away. Just because we check the guns at the door